Yo, what's good, y'all? Back with another one. Yo, I'm going to explain right now why I think Terrance Bud Crawford, who I think is the best fighter in the world, you can make a case for Alexander Usyk. I ain't got no problem with that because he's the two-time undisputed. You know what I'm saying? And he has a very good resume. But I still got Terrance Crawford as the number one pound for pound fighter, and I ain't changing that. But I'm going to explain to y'all why I think Terrance Crawford is making an absolute gigantic fucking mistake not taking a tune-up, fighting Canelo before fighting Canelo Alvarez, because as a lot of us know in the boxing world, what Canelo Alvarez is getting ready to fight William Skull to try to reclaim undisputed. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that fight because William Skull's not a bad fighter. He's actually a solid fighter. He can move, he can box, he's got good feet. You feel what I'm saying? He's got that Cuban background, so I'm not really that mad at that fight. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't watched the Canelo fight in fucking damn near 3, 4 years because he's been fighting nobody that I wanted him to see. You feel what I'm saying? I'm actually interested in this fight because, like I said, William Scone got that Cuban background, and those are usually the type of fighters that give Canelo problems, the ones that can move and box and got a good jab. But the reason I think Terrance Crawford is making a gigantic mistake, man, and I think it's a huge fucking mistake. I'm not mad at Bud. Go get your money. You feel what I'm saying? That's gonna be a big ass bag fighting Canelo. You feel what I'm saying? Get your bag. You deserve it, bro. You've done everything you need to do in the sport of boxing. You feel what I'm saying? But fighting Canelo Alvarez without a fucking tune up at 168 is a fucking gigantic mistake because you gotta get used to that weight, especially if you're trying to win. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta get used to being at 168. Because I'm going to tell you the truth, y'all. I'm not. Oh my god, how should I say this? I'm scared for Terrence Crawford in that fight, bro, against Canelo later on this year because that extra weight that he's going to be having, that might make him a sitting duck against Canelo. That might make him not be able to move his feet because that's the reason Canelo's taking that fight with William Skull because he's trying to prepare himself for Terrence Crawford. And that's a smart strategy by Canelo, but I'm talking about Terrance Crawford. That's not smart, bro, to go straight into a Canelo fight without a tune-up. I want Bud to get a tune-up before he fights Canelo. He needs to do that because if he don't, he's gonna get hurt, man. I'm going to keep it honest with y'all, man. And I know Terrance Crawford fans are going to come on my video and say this and say that. That's fine. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with Bud fans. But my whole thing is though, like, this is about if you're trying to win the fight, if you're trying to win, and I have every reason to believe Terrance Crawford is trying to win this fight because this would be a fuck. This would make him like top 10 all time, top 5 all time type shit. And I'm talking about in boxing history because he's been that dominant. But fighting Canelo without a tune-up is a recipe for epic disaster because you got to get used to the weight. You can't go into a fight of that magnitude without a tune-up, yo. You can't because you're already at a disadvantage with the power. You're at a disadvantage because you're going to have extra weight on you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think, me personally, I think Terrence Crawford's limit is 154 or 160. 168 is just too far out the range for me. But like I said, I respect him going after Canelo. I ain't got no problem with it. And honestly, I really don't want to see that fight. But when they do fight, I'm going to go for Terrence Crawford. I mean, I'm not going to sit right here and sugarcoat that shit. I'm going to be rooting for Bud. But like I said, man, I'm just being real and calling shit down the middle like I always do. Terrence Crawford's in big trouble if he doesn't take a tune-up because you got to get used to that weight. Fighting at 168 is a whole different animal than fighting at fucking 147, 154. You feel what I'm saying? Like it ain't the same. It's galaxies of a difference. And if Terrence Crawford really chooses to go into that Canelo fight without a tune-up, I don't even want to say this, bro, because like I said, man, I fucks with Bud, but you're asking to get stopped because it's already a disadvantage with the weight. You know what I'm saying? Because having that extra weight is going to make him a sitting duck against Canelo, and that's not a good fucking recipe. Because he's not going to be able to move as quickly or swiftly on his feet as he would at 154 or 147. But man, like I said, man, Terrance Crawford, if you get a hold of this video, bro, if anybody in your family, I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. Take a tune up before you fight Canelo. I'm just all I'm going to say. But y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.